sword fastened to the back of Dyline. Our heroes assess the journey ahead of them. Candlekeep for the next couple of days is at their disposal. But a journey to Avernus, the first layer of the 9 hells, is unavoidable. And thus, we ask, what will it take to make your trip to hell one that's worthwhile? Tatian, what is your perspective?
Tatian wants to keep the party safe. I mean, every party she's ever joined, like, they've all kind of died, and she's been the only survivor. So, that is her number one priority, is figuring out how to strategically maneuver down there to help the team be safe.
This makes sense. As you, while Tatian is characteristically quiet, Dyline, you hear muttering from your back.
So, we gonna get the show on the road or not? What's going on, bud?
It seems as if we're about ready to make our way. And he looks around to see how everyone else is doing. He's like, which way should we go?
All while this is happening, you all recall that your friend Unison is currently held in a study booth in a nearby library.
I've walked over towards Unison, to where they've held Unison.
Mm-hmm. And what do you do?
I'm going to open the door, and I want to see if Unison is still paralyzed or not. Hoping that they are.
They certainly are.
Okay,
and
cool.
as you walk in, you notice that there are a pair of darkened shades, darkened glasses over Unison's eyes, and a top hat, and a book that has been placed upside down in their lap.
Okay.
You immediately know that this was Johan's handiwork.
Okay. So I close the door. Yeah, I lock it. I take the glasses off Unison. Put the book aside. Take off the top hat.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, we need to have a little talk. The purpose of this conversation is going to determine if you're going to go to Avernus with us or not. Unison, you are one of the smartest people that is in this group. You know how to hunt demons. You will know how to hunt devils. So it is very important for you to come with us. But that behavior that you just displayed in there will get yourself, or worse, get us killed. And I don't know if you know this or not, but the shenanigans of other people who've traveled with us have gotten other party members killed. I will not allow you to put us in danger while we're down there. Also, for your information, the shield is coming to go along with us. Because I don't know if you've thought about this or not, but we're going to have conversations with devils and demons while we are down there so we can complete this mission. And if every devil or demon that you see, you immediately try to kill, you will eventually either get yourself or worse, us all killed. So you have two options. You can stay here in Candlekeep. You can do research and help us along by sending us information that we will need, and you will not go to Avernus with us. Or you can come to Avernus with us, and you can keep your shit together while doing so.
Just let me know when I can talk.
Before I interject, before we see if Unison can respond, I would like to grant inspiration to Malachi for the powerful dad energy that was on display here. Could you please make a Constitution saving throw, Unison?
My guy
11.
said shenanigans.
You don't have full feeling of your body, but you can move your head and you can slur words.
I stay silent.
I continue to say, I want you to come. Actually, this group probably will not survive if you don't come. But we will also die if you act like that. I just want you to think about that before you leave out of this room. And just so you know, so you're not surprised, the talking shield that you try to throw out the window is also coming along with us. Because we're going to need its help. I'm going to give you some time to think about it, and then I'll leave.
All right. Back in Silveris Vicus's room, Johan, you have just been informed of the possible journey to the Nine Hells.
Well, not all nine. Just one of them.
Yeah, I mean,
it's far more doable.
It's like if I'm coming to Michigan, I'm coming to the United States. You know, it's like the same thing. You know, it's the first layer of the Nine Hells. But
you don't have to go to Florida, so it's
Florida is the first layer of Nine Hells.
Progressing. As you are considering, as you are thinking about this, a memory surges to your mind of two people that you care about being associated with these hells, and it being the last that you saw of your tribe in this moment. How do you respond?
Well, that would surprise me because all of my people are the people of the Sky Pony, and we don't go to hell. We're better than that. So I was thinking that I would be the first one who was ever going to hell, but if I have a flash of insight that I'm not, that is quite odd that the Sky Pony would allow something like this. I thought I was being presented with a challenge to see if I would run away from it, which of course I won't.
Can you give me an intelligence check, please? Just an intelligence check, not a saving throw.
But I'm bad at those.
I know, this is the Sky Pony challenging you.
Never mind. Take the first one. Nothing seemed to be happening, so I clicked it.
No, it's all good. So you do vividly recall such accusations levied against your parents of association with a devil.
Well, yeah, that's why we were cast out, but they... Thinking through on that thought is sobering.
Indeed. Lion, what is your recourse?
With the shield on my back, I'm going to start making my way out of the library. And then as I'm passing Unison, seeing that they are still paralyzed, I'm going to use Lesser Restoration on him.
And as he does so, Unison, you begin to feel your extremities yet again.
It's like try moving your toes now.
Unison does.
And he's not going to say anything about the shield or anything. He's just going to just turn his back on him and walk out. Like he's just going to trust.
Do either of you speak Infernal, Unison or Dylan?
I do.
I do not.
You hear the shield say to you in Infernal, Unison.
I mean, sure hope we get along, bud, because it's gonna be a long ride.
What was that? He says behind him.
Oh.
You know, well wishes and whatnot.
He says to you in common.
Oh, okay. Can you drink? Can you even drink tea? Because I'd make you a pot. As he continues to walk down the stairs.
I mean, I'm sure I could use a nice polish, every now and then. It's been a good 300 years, but...
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, maybe while we're on the road, I'll give you a good buff if you're well behaved.
I appreciate that, It's nice to see, mortals of the material plane actually, caring for, the foreigner among them and the refugee. These things warm my shielded heart,
I'd like to make an insight check to make sure he's not mocking me.
Yeah, make an insight check. You can tell that there is some level of sincerity. You don't know what is sincere and what is not.
Yeah.
Question.
Yes, Malachi.
Is there a place where I can buy armor, or I can modify a weapon before we leave?
There is an armory in the Candlekeep Plaza. Surely there are blacksmiths that Candlekeep keeps on retainer here.
Okay. I would like to try to find either a chain shirt or a breastplate, whichever one comes first. And I would like to either get my rapier modified, or at the very least get my rapier laced with silver.
Okay.
Is this the time for vanity, Malachi?
It's not vanity. I've been reading this tome of foes. Most devils and some devils and some demons will not be harmed by non-enchanted weapons, or at the very least weapons that are not covered in silver. So if we happen to have to fight our way through this hellscape where it looks like we're going to have to, I want to at least have some better armor so I don't get hit as much, and I would at least like to have a weapon that actually harms people.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So I think everyone should do so. that can. If they don't, I think I will actually say that to. I will say that to everybody individually. If you
My punches are magic.
okay, Tati, I mean, be special, Tati. I see you. I see you, Taters. Be special. You're gonna have to teach me how to do that one day, because I don't know how to do
You
that.
just gotta work on your breathing and your chi.
That's what's up. I see you. Well, you know me. You see me. I study the multiverse, man. I don't focus on chi as much as the energy of the universe. But yeah,
Indeed,
I tell that to
indeed.
Yo. I tell that to Johan. I tell that to if I see Unison, I also tell them the same thing. That we should get some better armor and better equipment with the money that we have if we're going to go to Avernus.
Got all are their extremities back in control.
You do. Yes.
Wait. And where Unison well no, Unison will walk out. Unison don't have the dress on. Unison has really, really nice robes with a hoodie on. And Unison walks up. Good old Melly. And Unison says, "You know, little guy? You're right. We should work with demons. Demons are our friends, right? Demons is not what made this whole thing happen, right? Demons are the one who kind of destroyed Baldur's Gate. At least that's what Unc is saying. He called you a dumbass, but I don't think that. We can do this and it'll be wonderful. What do you think?"
Working with is a stretch. That's a reach. We're not going to be working with. We're going to be.
Whatever makes you sleep better.
All right. Sounds like you're coming along.
Oh,
That's nice.
I forgot to say. Eunice's mask is off. By the way. Yeah, it's gone.
Straight future.
Nah, put that back on.
Nope.
Put it back on.
No, absolutely not.
We got a whole Amarion out here. Put that mask back on.
So you never described what Unison looks like without the mask.
Oh,
We certainly have.
He's got
but
no job.
There is what you see is what the top part of Unison's face looks like, but where the jawbone connects to the rest of the skull, it is absolutely gone, and in its place, there is a greenish ethereal facsimile of a jawbone. It is all that is composed of a spirit energy in its place.
And right now it's in a Joker smile.
yes, it is.
Oh man, I hate it and love it all at the same time.
At seeing this, Dylan has never seen their jaw like that before, and he is very interested. So, do you mind if? And he looks like he wants to poke the spirit energy.
So Unison puts their hand out, and it's the hand that has nothing but spectral because it's all gone, and it stops you, also gently, and puts it in a handshake, and says, "We haven't met before. Hi, Dylan, is it?"
Yes, and who might you be?
"I'm the chosen. It's really nice to meet you."
Oh, chosen for what exactly?
It's chosen to live out my patron's prophecy.
Wait, is Chosen? Okay, there's 4 of them. Is Chosen the 5th one? Because it's Unison, Mr. Unison,
And the chosen.
and Chosen. Okay, okay, cool.
A prophecy. I'm a fan of stories.
The great city of Baldur's Gate will be saved, and everything will go back to normal.
Eventually, yeah.
Story with a happy ending. I like those.
Oh yes, a happy ending for those who live in both.
Cool beans.
Creepy, creepy. I love it. I love it. It's creepy.
Shall
But
we?
yeah,
Malachi, to return to your previous question, there are armorers in Candlekeep that you
okay.
can go to.
Uh,
If
first thing,
you
first thing is the silver my weapons.
yes, so there is if you head closer toward the gate in the Court of Air, there is a shop called the Erudite Outfitters and Clothiers.
Mm. All right, all right. I will head there. I have informed the rest of the group, all of the other characters, if we're going to go to Nine Hills, we need to get better armor and weapons. I have informed everybody, and
Yeah.
so yeah, and I'm walking like I was talking.
Yeah, and so the Outfitters is closer just because you were in the keep, and so it is right outside of the gate. So it'd probably be easiest to get you outfitted first and to get measurements for armor.
Yeah.
And
Go
yes, as you enter Erudite Outfitters, you notice you notice an elven male standing making measurements of leather and making markings on leather as he is getting it seems that he is like beginning to treat leather to be fit for armor. As you walk in, you notice that he has basically he's just wearing leather chaps with with some sort of like work belt with different tools on it. And it's fairly warm in the shop. He has his his sandy brown hair tied into a ponytail, a messy ponytail. And he has no shirt on, but he's kind of like going at it as you walk in. He doesn't notice you walk in at first.
Okay. I knock, hello.
That perks. You notice that his long pointed ears perk up at the sound, and he lifts his head and turns. You notice that he has like a stick of chalk in his mouth. As he was like, he probably put it there to hold in place while he was working with his hands. And he turns. He spits it out into his hand. Places it on a crate nearby, and he grabs a tunic and puts it on. He says, "Oh yeah, sorry about that. How can I help you? Welcome to Erudite Outfitters."
In my head, I thought of the mechanic that always got the cigarette inside in my mouth up and down talking. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Tree Fitty. Yeah.
All right. Hello, sir. I'm sorry to bother you. I was just wondering if I can acquire, if you have any weapons or armor that you are willing to I could buy off of you. I have a very tedious journey ahead of me.
I mean, we could certainly buy. We could certainly buy armor. You'd probably want it outfitted. Unfortunately, we don't often make halfling armor straight from the, straight for halfling fits. And armor is always
Yeah.
better if it is fitted toward you. What exactly are
Absolutely.
you looking for?
Either a breastplate or at the very least a chain shirt.
Breastplate, chain shirt. I could do a breastplate. You give me about a day. Let me take your measurements. Typically it runs you about 400 gold.
Wait, do I have 400 gold? Okay.
I don't know. Do
I
you
am
have 400 gold, sir?
I am okay. I am
That is
bad
a question.
at math. I am bad at math. I have 50 platinum.
50 platinum is 500 gold.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um. I'm gonna let him take my measurements, but I'm gonna say take if you have if I may be able to work that out. I just need to go. I need to get a weapon that's more suitable for the journey that's ahead of me. Do you know where I can buy an enchanted whip or an enchanted rapier?
It might be hard pressed, but there are merchants that moor here every now and then that sometimes sell enchanted things. I mean, you could talk to Longtooth over at the smithy, but he doesn't really do enchantments as much as he, does good metal work. But it ain't much magical as much as it is, I guess, magical to see if people describe it correctly.
Gotcha. All right. You know what? I can work on the magic weapon later. Let me get this breastplate. That's what we're gonna do.
Okay. And
I'm gonna say to him, all right. I'm gonna put. Do I need to put a down payment first and then come back tomorrow?
See, he says, let me get your measurements first, then we'll talk out details. But typically, I take about 25%.
Okay. Now, now, you know what? I ain't gonna jip the man. I will give him the. Okay. Again, I am bad at math. So that's 100 gold. So
Yep.
10 platinum will be 100 gold.
That is correct.
All right, so I'm gonna give him 10 platinum.
You notice him. He like spits to his side, and it lands perfectly in a pile of cracked sunflower seeds, on the floor nearby, and he says, "You come on right over, step up." And he goes back. He grabs some measuring tape, and he says, "Yeah, be relaxed. Don't try and buff up for me. I mean, I'm just trying to get you good armor. All right."
All right.
And he asks you to lift your arms, and he measures your wingspan, measures the circumference of your chest, of your abdominal section, and he gets some measurements of like over the shoulder and things like that.
Is there any way that we can make this armor breathable? Because I think where I'm gonna go is gonna be really hot.
Yeah, I think we can make some slight modifications.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
It's like, yeah, and then he says, yeah, as long as you're able to breathe, I mean, that's good. That's good for me. And besides, I can tell you, after many years in the armory business, that most people don't know how to moisturize your skin. That's the key to good breathability. Stay clean, stay moisturized. And then he marks down all of the measurements. And he tells you, yeah, so if you come back around noon tomorrow, I can have that breastplate ready for you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I leave and I go see if I can get me a see if I can find an enchanted weapon that's less than 115 gold. If I can't, then you know what I'm saying. It is what it is.
Okay. For the rest of the party, what are you guys doing while Malachi is
Shopping.
Is at the shop? Is shopping? Yeah.
I am looking for information in the library.
All right, Johan. As you walk into the library, it is a massive multi-story library with vaulted ceilings that are at least 40 feet high. And there is this immaculate central dome with a beautiful art piece that covers the outside of it.
Do they have librarians, or am I going to have to figure out the Dewey Decimal System all by myself?
The Dorman Decimal System is the standard here in the Forgotten Realms. And as you walk in, you do notice that there is one of the library keepers in the. As you walk in, there is a library keeper that is there, and they walk up to you. They have the symbol, that same scroll symbol that you saw before, and the same cloak. And they look into you and they say, "My, you seem to have traveled far. What may you be looking for, sir?"
I am looking for books about Avernus.
And as you say Avernus, you notice that like 5 people around you like stop what they're doing. One person like is writing and their pencil breaks, and you hear a baby cry far in the distance.
Wow.
Avernus. Sorry.
Whatever you just said, I couldn't understand it as a player.
Avernus. Is that what you're looking for? The first layer of the 9 hells?
Yes.
Well, we do have some accounts of the hells. You'll take this way. And they take you to a room that has multiple locks on it. There's a sign that reads in multiple languages. And the phrase says only accessible with library permission.
I was going to ask, do they have a forbidden book section, and will they point it out to me?
Like in Harry Potter, the restricted section?
I don't know anything about that.
And so as they approach the door, they do some sort of, you see them do some sort of hand sign, and then 3 locks appear on the door, and they take out a key ring with 3 different keys, and they unlock each of the locks and open the door. They say that, unfortunately, while you are here, because of our policies in the library, I will have to stay here with you and monitor. But there are numerous books on the hells and devils and demons.
If you're going to stay here, why don't you start getting them for me?
Well, depends. If you're looking for the perversive evils, then you can. That is a good read. What exactly are you looking for about Avernus or the hells?
Well, should we go inside so we don't freak out the normies?
No, most people don't venture this far back.
Oh,
So-
okay. No more crying babies whenever I say Avernus.
So I think we're fine.
Well, thinking about planning a week or two there, looking for the highlights of what to see, how to survive there.
Oh, I see.
Particularly
I see.
looking for the as a player, I don't remember the fortress of whatever the fallen angel's name is.
The Fortress of Solitude? No. The
Yes.
Fortress of Zariel?
Yes, information about that is particularly useful. Planning on staying there for a bit.
Yes. Well, the story of the Hell Riders is actually in our historical section. But
Who did
I
they
can.
ride?
Well, they, as their name implies, they rode into hell, and only some of them came back.
Can you ride horses into hell?
Well, you can, among a long list of other mounts, but you can certainly ride horses into hell. Whether or not they will ride back out is another story entirely, but it is possible. We have seen it.
Well, I wanted information about that as well. Maybe griffins.
The bookkeeper grabs a couple of different books off of the shelf. One of them is a journal of an adventurer who journeyed into hell and came back. One is a journal of one of the Hell Riders. One is a book on devils. It is called The Art of the Deal. And then there is then there are some old parchments and scrolls that talk about the rift between angels and the Inferno. They hand this stack to you, and they say, "You can spend as much time as you need."
The GM needs inspiration. Okay,
Yeah.
I need somebody in the chat to give the GM inspiration. That was awesome.
I need books you have on one more topic. Do you have anything about Tempest's chosen champions?
Yes. That would be in our northbound section. I can grab that for you. Sure, if you can stay right here, I'll be right back in a moment.
Oh, see, that was easy to get them out of here. Although they do have magic, they probably have like invisible seeing eyes still watching me. So I'm not going to do anything about it. Just
as they head away for a moment, and they come back in about 20 minutes to give you a
dude, I could have been gone with all these books in 20 minutes.
You can certainly try that.
Like I'm saying, I could have. I'm not going to.
Yeah, you certainly believe that. Yeah. So as they go, they bring back 2 books, and they give you a book that talks about the high and the low. It is a book it is a chronicle of the wars of angels and Inferno, and it is a pretty thick and worn tome. And you notice that there is like some sort of metal on it. It appears to be gold. And while the binding of the book is rather worn, the metal seems to be untouched by the effects of time. And it just appears in a very odd contrast as you look at it. And they say that, unfortunately, I thought we had a book on the Tempest, the Sky Pony, but I wasn't able to track it down.
Really?
Yes, I'm not sure what happened.
Did somebody check it out?
It we don't have any record of it.
Well, it sounds like you have a mystery to solve.
It would seem so, but as for now, I will stay here.
Okay, well, the main pieces of information I'm hoping to learn are: do we have to bring our own provisions, or like, is it even feasible that we would find clean water and food to eat as we go, or are we going to have to bring everything?
One of the first things that you would find as you read the book on Avernus geography is that that it's a rocky wasteland, and there are rivers of blood and clouds of biting flies. So there is condensation, but mainly that the condensation is blood, not water.
Okay.
So
All right, so it sounds like we got to bring everything. If we go there and we don't have magical protection, will we just instantly catch fire and die?
it is possible. It is possible to physically be in Avernus, and that it is not very hot and not very cold, but it's just uncomfortable enough that you feel like you need to be warmer and cooler at the same time.
That's I'm in Uthgard. I feel like that all the time here. Maybe this is the bad place.
Perhaps
We're
it is
already there. That's the twist, guys.
So it will take you about a day or two to kind of like comb through these books and tomes in order to get enough information on it. So
Okay. Yeah, that's the sheer survival aspect. Anything I can learn about the tower, it's primarily where is it, and then any details, fortifications, how you get in, how whatever.
Yeah.
Also want to. What was it? Oh yeah. Do they? If you bring horses, I guess it sounds like you just got to bring whatever feed and whatnot, and they'll be more or less fine. The other thing is, I would like to see, since this is like the most impressive accumulation of knowledge, at least in the southern lands. The shamans of the Uthgard know way more than these people, I'm sure. But I want to find out what southerners think about Tempest, because that's what they call the sky pony. And maybe my parents didn't say quite everything quite correctly to me.
Yeah. So you will pour through these books and try and gather that information over the next time. Tati and Unison.
The party's success relies on Johan's brain.
Perhaps. Tati and Dialine and Unison, what are you all doing during this time?
Dialine is just trying to glean as much information from the shield as he can, and is willing to buff him for for pertinent information.
Okay.
He's just kind of waiting for everybody to do their errand, since he's already done his, and he is just patiently waiting and biding his time while everybody gets ready.
Are there specific questions that you're asking Gargoth?
So, where is your favorite place to go in Avernus?
I don't know, favorite place to go. I mean, there's this nice place at the end of the Cheoth River of Blood that's pretty nice. You know, they got if you sit at the right angle, you can actually see people on the material plane wallowing in pain. It's pretty nice. I love it.
Can we interact with these beings while they're in pain?
Well, see, that's the thing about Avernus. You know, it's kind of like you can get into Avernus, but getting out of Avernus, you kind of have to be invited, or, you know, you got to have, like, a way back. And so, you know, unless someone is like, hey, Gaga, come on over to the material plane, you know, my parents aren't home. You know, there's not really much that you can do if they don't invite you. You know what I'm saying?
I see. So are you saying that we would need someone to invite us home?
Yeah, something like that. I mean, you guys seem like you got friends, right? So, you mean, that shouldn't be a problem.
Maybe we should iron that out first before we make our trip.
Yeah,
I mean, there are plenty of irons on the Avernal plane, and, you know, there's, you know, my friend Brugeth, he has a lot of irons down there. So, you know, if you need ironing, you know, he can take care of it for you.
You guys actually use irons? Steam is far easier. See, and then he starts making tea. Essentially, it's like I can multitask. I can both press my clothes and make a delicious beverage. See,
that works on a lot of presumption, my friend. You assume that we have water to create the steam. You know, I don't know if you've ever tried using blood to steam press your clothing, but yeah, the results are favorable.
oh, I mean, it is mostly water, no? I could see it could tinge turn your whites pinkish, I would believe, but
Well, yeah, that's exactly the problem. That's exactly the problem. You ever notice how every time you see a devil, their clothing is red? It's not because, you know, red's an evil color. It's just that all we have is blood. So, you know, if blood is what you have, it's the only thing that you can do to look fresh. You know, we work out our color palettes in order to, you know, match and things like that. But there's only so much that you can do if all of your closet is red.
I mean, you could make them darker or lighter, if you would. Is there no peroxide in hell?
What in the world is peroxide? Is that some sort of poison? I'm sure
In some sense, yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not much of a wardrobe specialist, but I'm just saying, you know, if maroon is the only color that you have, and you people on the material plane always think that red is evil, like, what are you gonna do? Angels are lucky. They've got water, so they've got pristine white clothing and all that jazz. All we got is soot and blood.
I'm sorry that you got the short end of the stick, but
You work with what you got. You make do with what you got, and that's what makes a devil a devil. Well, that's not all that makes a devil a devil, but that's one of those things. You know what I mean?
I do actually. And then he starts buffing. He takes out a white rag and starts buffing him with it.
Tatian, what are you doing during this time?
Tatian is off in a quiet corner, meditating, and I think is trying to focus on concentrating on her key, but her brain keeps going over all of the other parties that she's like been a part of over the year. So she's doing this like wrestling thing of trying to, it's like when you're like praying and you're like, man, I'm really hungry. What's gonna have oh, sorry, no, I'm back. Like she's doing that thing.
You're finding it particularly hard to focus. Could you make a charisma check at disadvantage, please?
Yeah, sure can. I don't think this will go to D&D Beyond. I don't think I have the extension up right now, but I'll do it in a second. charisma save or just a check?
Charisma check. We get a charisma check.
Cool. Oh, not terrible. I got a 12.
Okay. You find it particularly difficult to focus in, but you do hear a voice. Why are you wavering, Tatian? You know what your purpose is here.
It's just this has not really gone well from me always.
Well is only what we make it.
Okay, I would like to make this go well. If that's okay.
Stretch out your hands, tiny one. You have everything that you need right there.
I just see my hands.
Exactly. And then the voice just goes away.
Yeah, I think Tachi's thinking of Vol and the gloves, and like their last words together. It's just all of these things swirling in her head. Typical Tati struggling with her abilities and her self-esteem and her history.
Indeed. And that is okay. Unison, what are you up to?
So, Unison, let me rephrase it. So, Chosen, finally being out for once, it's just walking into town, saying hi to a couple people, and going.
Is your mask still down?
Oh, everything's still down. Like, you can see everything. And really just waiting for everybody to get ready for they can start this great adventure at Avernus.
So interestingly enough, there are a large number of people who are actually unfazed by you having your mask down, particularly the people of Candlekeep. So many of the priests and many of the the acolytes of the temple and the library. There are a couple of merchants who kind of give you a weird look. You do recognize Little One, the ogre who you met previously, is out and about, and he welcomes you. And he says hello. And
You're a little one. It's great to meet you. I've been hearing so many good things about you.
Good things can be hard to come by, but when you can get them, they are indeed. I do not believe that I met this disposition previously.
My bad. My name. I'll put my hand out again. The hand that's not a hand. My name is Chosen. So good to meet you.
The pleasure is mine.
I would love to talk more, but we're going to Avernus. We're bringing like a shield devil. It's gonna be great. I'm so excited for it. And I hope the devil doesn't turn on him. I can't wait to see it. I'm taking so many notes.
It seems that you are lying to yourself.
Well, let's rephrase. I, Chosen, is gonna take many a notes. There's one of us called Unk. You Unk chosen. He's still cussing. I have never heard so many words. His vocabulary is so amazing. And there's Uni. Uni is like, have you seen somebody? There is a tale called The Mitchells and the Machine, and in that tale, uh, the mother goes apeshit. That's what she's doing right now, and even though it's not real, a chosen is sitting in the corner with popcorn, just watching everything.
From what I recall, you wish to save Baldur's Gate, correct?
Save the people of Baldur's Gate.
I wonder, how can you find that possible if you do not have hope?
I do. There's three people. Let me phrase it. Two of them don't have hope because of certain things that are happening. I have hope because I believe in my patron, and when my patron says it's going to happen, it will. Unison just is unison. It's just a thing.
I believe that I understand where you come from. I was quite without hope upon my transformation, but I did find this place. There was certainly a time when I did not think that I would ever find a place that would welcome me as such. And I'm sure that for your friends, they may not have the hope that they can do what they have set out to do. But perhaps you need to show them. And perhaps your current circumstances is a reminder that there are other things that may give you hope as well.
I certainly can try. I love. Yeah, I can try. Give them hope. I will totally do that.
It is a joy to speak with you, friend.
It's so good to speak with you too.
He hands you a scroll that has been sealed with wax, and as he hands you the scroll, he mutters,
"Perhaps this will remind you of our conversation today."
Oh, a gift. I can't just accept a gift without a good trade. And Chosen is going to pull out from Chosen's bag probably a chicken's head and gives it to him and says, "This can make fine spells." And it's very interesting the things you can do to it. You can make like conjuring some wonderful things, and the knowledge you can get from it is just delightful.
I see. I will certainly talk to my alchemist friends and see what we may be able to conjure.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Take care now, little one.
and as little one thuds away, and you notice that they are fairly cordial with the people around them. Even some of the traveling merchants kind of know who little one is, and are very friendly. You see little kids kind of like running up to little one, and he like, gives them like fruits or berries or something, and they scurry away.
Yay. And I just walk back, waiting to go on Griffins. Be quite fun.
If the scroll, if you open it,
Yes.
do you open it?
Yeah, I'll open the scroll while walking.
It is a hunt order for ogres. And it is it is basically a long diatribe about how nothing good can come of ogres and that they must be eradicated. It is rather worn. You can tell that there is that little one has had it for a while.
I think to myself, wow, this is so powerful. I should have gave him the wolf spleen too. I mean, this a trade would have been perfect. Because that's so... Little one, what a guy.
And I think that is a good place for us to take a break. I want to thank everyone who has watched so far. Thank you, everyone who is in the chat. Thank you for the gifts. I have seen them, so I just want to give a shout out to the folks who have gifted. Tesla Kieran Hawk. I saw gifts from you. I know from the Geek Forge, thank you for the gift to Chris. There are a number of other gifts that have been given. I think Mr. Vime65, see you out there. Thank you. Stay tuned. We're going to take a 10-minute break, and we will be right back to continue the story and continue our trek into Avernus. So if you're here, stay tuned. Also, follow and subscribe to the channel to continue with getting content. So we will be right back. See you in a bit. The next day, after our party went their ways to take care of business, Malachi, after spending the entire last day looking for a merchant to enchant his daggers, alas, he could not find any. But on this particular morning, as he happened around the marketplace on his way back to Erudite Outfitters, a certain tiefling caught his eye. And on their cart, there was no writing, simply an eye, an image of an eye and a tear falling upon two crossed blades. And in a show of their craftsmanship, numerous weapons hung strewn about the cart with glyphs and runes etched into them. Drawn to the cart, he approached.
Oh, absolutely. The craftsmanship and detail on these weapons are extraordinary.
Extraordinary? How about otherworldly? The tiefling said, with sheer confidence.
Absolutely. May I barter with you to buy one of these off you?
You can barter, but it will give you no such success, my friend. You see, my weapons are not simply sold. My weapons choose their owners.
Wow.
The choice
Okay.
is there.
I can't think of any Harry Potter equivalent to that.
Oh, all right. Let's well, I'm hoping I'm lucky. I'm a lucky one of them. A chosen few.
So tell me, which speaks to you?
If you have a whip or a rapier, I'm partial to a rapier.
You look about, and there is a stand that has a number of rapiers. Some of them are ornate. Some of them look a little bit older. Some have been. Some look kind of plain. But there are a number of them, certainly.
I will grab. I will. Whichever I will wave my hand over the handle of. Oh, I will try to. I'm going to reach up because I'm short. So I'm probably going to wave my hand over the blade itself and see which one speaks out to me. And whichever one speaks out to me, I'll stop and point because I'm short.
Mm. Give me a charisma check.
Charisma. So D20 plus 2. So D20 plus 1. I got an 11.
Okay. As you reach out, you don't sense anything at first. But eventually, as your hand rests near the hilt of one of the rapiers, you begin to see the pommel of the rapier twitch, and you sense something. You notice that the guard of the rapier is kind of like this swirling design, and you almost get the sense that it is inviting you to grab it.
I will jump up and try to grab the rapier.
As you grab the rapier, you don't know what it is, but there's this tingling feeling, and there's this cold emanating from the rapier as you hold it. Ah, yes. The Espada Arcticus is a fun one.
Where did you get this from?
The where is not the important thing. The why you have it is, my friend. You have some unresolved parental issues that you should take care of. Maybe not your parents, but parents indeed. The Espada Arcticus is rather keen on seeing through. And as you examine the rapier, he reaches his hand out, and he says, "May I?"
I hand him the blade.
Not the rapier, my friend. You. And he says, "Espada Arcticus is ready for whatever comes, but the question is, are you?" And he grabs your wrist, and you feel a jolt. In a moment, and you just see a bunch of images kind of like flash into your mind of the journey that you have been on. And then you snap back to the Candlekeep marketplace.
Whoa.
And all of a sudden, the wagon is gone. So is the tiefling.
What?
And sticking out of the ground is the Espada Arcticus. And etched into one of the ornate rings around the hilt that serves as a guard, it says, "I'm ready for this journey, are you?"
No. I'm not, but I'm just not going to leave the sword there. I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to the cherry wood handle of the rapier and the beautiful, elegant design. I'm walking with it like. You know how a child, when they get a brand new toy that they don't want to break, just like it's just holding it, like they're not playing with it. They're just that's me. My
Yeah. Nearby there's a leather scabbard with ice designs etched on it on the ground that seems to fit the Espada Arcticus rather well.
yeah. I'm not. Yeah, I got it. I see. I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna put the rapier in the sheath. I'm gonna tie it to my belt. I'm gonna put my other rapier, in my bag. My normal rapier in my bag. I say, Daisy, I ain't gonna forget. I ain't forget about you. We're gonna work you out one day. I put it in the bag.
Okay. Heading to Erudite Outfitters, where your breastplate is to be made. You see the tanner slash armor smith, wrapping up a design. Again, messy, kind of like messy ponytail, tied back, kind of flowing over his elven ears. And this time he does recognize you as you walk in. And he says, my halfling friend, believe it is time to see how it fits.
Yes, sir. By the way, sir, I am so sorry. I am so rude. I did not ask you for your name. I apologize.
He says, names are not important when there's work to be done, but you can call me Brandwin.
Brandwin, I'm Freeman. Nice to meet you.
Freeman, pleasure to make your acquaintance. This breastplate is made specifically for you, my friend. May you try it and see if it fits. And he presents to you on an armor stand this nice breastplate that you see in the on the left breast. There is an image of a wolf sewn into it. He says, I took a few liberties based off of some of your current wardrobe, and I figured all armor should have the character of their wearer, so here we are.
My wolf mask, my wolf mask that I keep in my on my side. I put that on while I put on the armor. Like I put on the armor and I put on the mask to just see how it looks all together. And when I feel like I see it all together, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is worth way more than 400 gold. But that's all I have, man. I'm sorry. Like all I have is the rest of your payment. I'm so sorry. If I could give you more, I would.
He says, 400 is what we agreed upon, my friend, and 400 it is. I'm a man of my word. I'm an elf of my word.
You are a gentleman. You are a gentleman and a scholar, and a artist. I pay him the rest of the. Okay, so doing math.
Yeah.
I just gotta give him
That should be
30 platinum.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I put the rest of the 30 platinum on the table, so he sees it. Thank you, sir. Thank you. so much.
He says, "In pleasure, and may you wear it well and be safe." And as you bid your farewells to Brandwin, Johann, you spent a significant amount of time poring over these random tomes that you've amassed in the library in Candlekeep. And through a night of sleep, even dwelling upon those tomes. You had a dream last night.
Like every night.
And it seemed like it was like your dreams every night, but it was slightly different. You saw this image of a beautiful blade engulfed in flames. And as this blade was engulfed in flame, you saw some dragon stretch its head upwards. And next to that head was another head. 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 And each head of the dragon consumed the flames surrounding the blade. And with a single talon, broke that blade in half and flung it into a dark pit.
That is different. Usually it's me that gets attacked. Okay.
Yeah. For some reason, you felt some sort of connection to this blade, and you felt compelled to find it. But you don't know what it is.
Yeah. Interesting.
And then you woke up. As you woke up, how did that dream compel you in your studies?
Well, no sky pony this time. It's unless the sky pony's taken the form of 5-headed dragons these days. Since we're spending a lot of time, I'm gonna try to see if the library mentions the blade or whatever details I can remember, or the dragon. I'm sure 5-headed dragons are mentioned at least once in this library.
And to be clear, it was a 5-headed dragon, yes. And you pretty quickly came across the name of a well-known 5-headed dragon by the name of Tiamat. And as you read the description, it fits exactly the description of your dream. It was a dragon with a red head, a green, a blue, a black, and a white, that consumed the flames of the blade and snapped it in half. The blade does not fit any description that you know of offhand. Could you make a religion check?
I can make a religion check. Oh, of course, it's going to freeze up. There we go. Here we go. I got inspiration. This feels inspiration-y, so I will inspiration it.
Do it.
Mhm.
Do it.
Do it.
Meh.
Okay. You recognize the blazing blade as a symbol of Tempest, which is the southern name of the sky pony that you serve.
I thought the dragon was the sky pony for some reason.
Yeah. It seems strange. Rather strange. In the midst of your studies, you did find, as you poured into attempting to understand your enemy's domain as you plan to head into Avernus, that the Archduchess Zario rules Avernus, and she supplanted her rival Belle, who had fallen out of Asmodeus's favor. And Belle serves as Zario's advisor.
Oof. That's like personal hell for him.
It would seem as such. You also learned that there is a dragon that is a prisoner in this realm somewhere. Where it was not clear based off of the journal and from the studies of the war, but that this dragon was locked and imprisoned in this plane. You also learned that Zario's seat of power is a citadel, which floats above Avernus, and it is held up by the incinerated corpses of guests who failed to earn the Archduchess's favor.
Ah, sucks to be them.
Indeed.
We'll just be reconning. We're not going to try to impress her. We'll just end up impressing her with how strong we are.
Perhaps. But this is the information that you find. You do find that oftentimes, as the writers talk about devils, they are incredibly lawful in that everything is about contracts and deals to devils. Devils pride themselves in being different than demons in the fact that they don't do anything that people don't ask them to.
All right. Was there any insight? When Zariel attacked, was she an angel and then she turned, or she when the angels attacked, she had already turned and she was on the hell side to begin with?
You don't know all of the details, but it seems that Zariel was pretty zealous in her fight against devils and demons, and that she actually trained mortals of the material plane to fight against the devils that had invaded the material plane. That she led a group from El Terrell, known as the Hell Riders, into a portal that had been opened, and they closed the portal and sealed it, but she never returned, and only a few of the Hell Riders returned to the material plane.
So if we could find one of them, that would be highly interesting. Or was this like thousands of years ago?
It wasn't thousands. This was within the last century on the material plane.
Well, if they're elves,
So
maybe.
yeah, theoretically there could be others that there could be some of those Hell Riders still alive and out there. The journal that you are reading is of one of the journals that you're reading is one of the Hell Riders. So, as of the last 60 years.
Flip to the last page. Does he have his current address or her current address?
Yeah, Publishers Clearinghouse. No, I'm just kidding.
Who would write that in their journal?
As you turn to the last page, it simply just says Panda Books. I'm kidding. It doesn't say that. The last page does say it is a rather grim entry. And it simply reads that all that is written here is simply so that those that come after us do not follow in our failure.
And now I die. They actually wrote out.
The name that is written is simply Francis York.
Francis. Okay, well, I'll have lots of information I don't know what the heck happened to all my friends. They're not too interested in doing homework, it seems. I don't know, they left it all to Johan.
It's obviously because they knew that you were the smartest, Johan.
Yeah, it must be.
So as you kind of summate all of your findings, the bookkeeper returns to you, kind of having been there for a while, and they ask, "Have you found what you were looking for?"
I think most of it. I would have liked to have learned more about a sword, but do you have any experts in that regard? Do I know about them?
We have experts in swords. We have experts in swordfish. We have experts in sword and sorcery. What more do you need?
Certainly wasn't a swordfish. Something that has to do with the five-headed dragon.
Five-headed dragon. You hear another baby cry in the background.
Why do you let those into the baby book section?
Looks like you can't get a babysitter. It's just life, man. Life.
Facts.
Yeah, like what are you discriminating against people who are bringing their children into libraries? What about all the single parents out there?
Listen, reading is fundamental, okay? And you can never start too early.
Exactly. Yes.
See, those are the kinds of parents that end up having kids that grow up to be Johan. That is the problem.
That's right. Read early. That's right. Books for everybody.
When did this turn to a PSA?
Let's not siphon off knowledge. This is a PSA. Anyway, so
beyond Episodicals PSA.
You speak of Tiamat, is that correct?
I'll say it louder just to make sure he's clear, yes.
And as soon as you say Tiamat again, you hear two babies cry.
Keep going. You can get it up to 5, and then it'll be perfect.
Oh, one baby for each head. I get it.
Like, we don't much talk about the queen of dragons, but she is, as her name implies, a queen indeed.
Does she make a habit out of eating swords or breaking them?
Well, she certainly does not get along with other deities of her type. But last that we heard that she was...
Well, she's certainly not mightier than the Sky Pony.
Well, I have heard of Tiamat. I've heard of Bel and Belphegor. But I have not heard of this Sky Pony.
I'll pat him condescendingly on the shoulder. That's unfortunate. All these books.
Yes. They kind of like raise an eyebrow and they're like, yes, that is unfortunate. Either way, Tiamat is not one to be underestimated.
She doesn't happen to live in Avernus, does she?
Well, there are books that say that, well, I don't know that I would describe it as living as much as that is her current place of residency.
Her and Zarya are neighbors?
Let's just say that if Zariel and Tiamat wanted to have a tea date, it wouldn't be too difficult.
Really? You know where she lairs?
That I do not know.
Oh,
but
okay.
I can assure you that if there are any archdevils to speak of in Avernus, they would certainly know, or those close to them.
Indeed. Well, I better check on my friends because, I don't know, they might have gone without me. So I guess I'll have to figure something else out to do. So
the bookkeeper reaches up and they say, and you certainly take this as a compliment. I'm sure that they would not leave without you, my friend. You certainly are one of a kind. And as you step out of the room, they put the books away. They reshelve the books, and you hear 3 locks engage as they close the door and lock it back up. So, as you all gather again, Silvera Savicus is in the area where she said that she would meet you where the griffins are. There are a number of handlers getting the griffins ready. There is a griffin for each one of you. And each one can carry you and your belongings.
I would like to give my studded leather armor to the elf that forged my breastplate. I don't have any need of it. I was just like, it would be nice that maybe he could do something with it.
Yeah, he thanks you kindly.
I get on the griffin with Johan.
Johan, how do you respond?
I'm sure the griffin will be fine. She doesn't weigh much.
Johan's probably used to this by now.
So Silvera begins to usher you to this crescent-shaped landing platform. And this platform has a view of the sea that is absolutely beautiful. As the sun has begun setting, and the sky begins to grow dark. The handlers are helping you, like helping those of you that need it, to get up on the griffins.
Before we go, I'm assuming Malachi would have mentioned something about silvered weapons. I'd like to buy one before we go.
A silvered weapon?
Yeah.
What kind of silvered weapon?
Well, anything I can find, but I guess long swords are my favorite. Plus, if I'm looking at swords, just want to check and see if any of those swords look like the sword I dreamt about.
There certainly aren't any like the one that you dreamt about.
Fair
in the
enough.
market.
Wouldn't have thought so, but it doesn't hurt to look. But I do want, based on Malachi's recommendation, something that'll actually hurt devils.
There's a silvered weapon there's a silvered longsword that you can get for 700 gold pieces.
700.
Yes. 70 platinum, if you will.
Well, then how about just a magic one? That's got to be cheap. 700 is crazy talk.
Wait. This is perfect. Unison comes from behind and says, "Are you looking for silvered weapons? I can help you with money. How much money do you have?"
We just need magic weapon, just a regular magic weapon.
I think regular magic is like
A silver weapon.
Well, Johan, I have 399 gold pieces. If you want help with the weapon, I can help you purchase it.
I mean, as a player, there's no way it really costs that. It's got to be a scam. Or does it really cost that?
yes, it really costs that.
Well, never mind then. It's like if we both pull all our money together, then we can afford it. So screw that.
For a silver
How
weapon,
much is it?
700.
700 gold pieces.
I'll give you some money.
I can put in. I'll put in on this.
Dude,
I can put in on this.
I
can
have
take
money.
one for free. That's not paying 700 gold pieces. That's crazy.
If we can find you a magic weapon that help us, then yeah.
I give Johan 200 gold pieces.
Now, if you have a weapon, it would take some time. It would cost less to cover it in silver.
Well, it sounds like
that would take some time.
Yeah, it sounds like we're ready to go. So,
just buy if you can
Buy
find
it.
all right. Well, if you guys,
buy it. Well, we can chip in. Everybody chip in.
If you're willing to help chip in, then yeah.
I already removed 200, so that's you get
Uh,
what you get.
I mean, I'm telling you, man, that supply chain, the cost, it's up there.
Dude, I still want an insight check. I literally cannot believe this.
Yeah, go for it.
I mean, just to put it in perspective, a portal ate a city nearby, and demons ran through another one. Silver weapons might be a little hot right now, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's be premium.
Like I said, it costs less to silver a weapon, but it still costs more than it typically would.
Well,
Or just get a regular +1 weapon, like a magic weapon may cost,
well, that's what I was saying. 700. How much does a +1 cost?
I mean, a +1 weapon wouldn't cost. It for a longsword.
Yeah,
a longsword. If you're looking for a longsword, that would probably cost you about 350 gold pieces.
350 gold pieces for a magic sword cost half as much as a silvered sword.
So yeah, go
because it's just silver. But
Dude,
the silver, as I stated before, silver is
never mind the silver.
Silver is a hot commodity here in this part of Faerun.
Yeah, whatever. I don't even care anymore. I'll take the close one. Tasha, take your money back. That's ridiculous.
Like, what can you say, man? It's the supply chain.
I don't even want to listen to him anymore.
Yeah, so this is it's
people.
Yeah, the MSRP,
You
man.
know what? I'm even only going to give him 300 and see if he actually counts it out. If not, that's on him.
Okay.
No,
bastard.
I wouldn't do that.
The dice will determine whether or not he notices. That's for sure.
Oh man.
So you're a little light. You're a little light there with a 16.
Are you sure? You sure? Oh, my bad. Here, have the balance. Right. You're absolutely right. Gee, it would have been a shame if I cheated you.
Yeah, no. I don't know what to expect from people from Baldur's Gate.
Unison the Chosen hears that and walks up. I'm sorry, friend. Do you have something wrong with Baldur's Gate?
Nah, I'm just saying. Don't think of that. Don't let me in with those folks from Baldur's Gate. I'm just saying.
Oh, but friend, Baldur's Gate's amazing. You have so many amazing things. You wouldn't
Unison,
dare
is that
talk
a
about
demon?
Can I help you with something?
I would like to cause fear.
Oh no.
Yep. Jesus Christ.
You don't come at Baldur's Gate when Unison's around. You must be out your mind.
I mean, I get it. It makes sense in character. I can still be grumpy about it.
You try to cast fear. You try to cast fear, but it doesn't do anything.
How about you don't attack the person who's giving us items?
I didn't attack them. I just tried to cause them fear. That's a different story.
Fair point. That's a fair point.
That is still attacking. You are attacking people who are making your food. Your mama told you about this.
No, I'm getting fear. I'm fearing people to make my food so they'll make it better.
I'm sorry. Did your mom have to tell you not to attack people that fed you?
I'm
We'll talk about it later.
I'll just walk away and says, hey, you take care, okay? You take.
Oh, I certainly will. Yeah. It's almost as if there's an anti-magic field around him.
Yeah. So now you guys all know why the Uthgar.
Wait, how the sword's working? How's the sword not?
Shopkeepers are
If it's anti, no, I'm just walk away.
That's not. That's
the sword's magic,
right?
But like.
Yeah, that doesn't destroy the sword. That's not what an anti-magic field does.
But it will make the magic sword just
hold on. Anti-magic
until it leaves the anti-magic field.
Right.
Okay. Unison walks away.
All right. So in an anti-magic field, the effects of magical items are suppressed in the field, not outside of it.
Stop being magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So.
Yeah.
Is there a way to double check that this actually is a magic sword? Because I'm about to recon his ass.
Check the if you check the tag, it says
no, I don't trust the tag.
if you check the tag of the sword, it says magic, MAJIK.
Yeah, this guy's
I'm kidding.
Oh, Unison is about to turn up. Oh. Me and Johan's gonna be best of friends in a second.
It is a +1 sword. It is a +1 longsword. So it is magical.
All right.
Even with your latent magical understanding, you can sense that there's something different in the sword.
All right, fair enough.
Just dry clean only.
Yeah.
Dry clean only. Yeah.
Indeed, it is dry clean. So as Silvera ushers you out, the handlers let you guys know that the Griffins have been given instruction to fly you to Traxagor's tower, and they assure you that it's safe.
Can they come with us?
No, because the Griffins can only carry so much.
Allegedly, there's an extra
to
Griffin.
Avernus.
To Avernus?
Yeah.
No.
Why not?
I'm sorry, our Griffins cannot. We will not run that risk.
We thank you for just getting us to the portal. We have provisions. I'll say before, like that night or the day before, we would have got provisions, water, food, and all that wonderful fun stuff. Um, I would have asked that wonderful tiefling lady if she has the identify spell and could identify what in the world I am carrying.
You know, I'm magic, right?
I mean, I would have asked. I'm just asking because I didn't sleep well. Like, look, I slept well, but I didn't sleep well. You feel me? Like it was in the room, but
I
it was
know
on
that
the other
feeling.
side of the room. Okay, the blade was over there. Like,
So are you asking Dylan or are you asking Sylvia?
I would ask Severa if she could identify what this is.
She says Espada Arcticus. And she closes her eyes and she opens them, and you see that her pupils have been replaced with a bright purple light. And she's just kind of like, as she's holding the blade in her hands. And she says that this is a rare find. And she certainly says that it will definitely keep you cool. And perhaps it has other surprises for you.
He's got that ice, baby. That ice.
And then a baby cries in the distance.
All right, I'm gonna just keep it there. I'm happy with it. I'm gonna keep it on me. I'm gonna keep it on me. And then yeah.
And so once you guys are ready to depart, the Griffins take flight and they head out to sea. And they are flying just below the clouds as they soar. And Candlekeep begins to grow smaller in your view as the Griffins fly westward. There are large rocky islands below you as they soar further west. And beyond that lies the open sea. And eventually, after a long journey, you see a windowless, doorless stone tower, which somehow floats in the sky ahead. The Griffins pass through jagged holes in the, like riddling the tower's, conal peak, and they land on the top floor. And as they land on that top floor, you see a spiral staircase leading down. You all are free to dismount as you land.
As I
And
land.
stretch.
And I do so.
And then as you are there, the Griffins they rest for a bit before they fly back to Candlekeep.
I make sure that they have some food and water.
Okay. The Griffins squawk with like a very thankful squawk. And after a few moments, they head back east in the direction of Candlekeep. On this very top floor, there's nothing really here. But as you step one level down, you see a cluttered chamber that is lit by various objects, which the continual flame, which you can see the continual flame has been cast upon. And you see this kind of like haggard old man in this like really clean black tunic. And you see an otter on the desk. And he doesn't hear you at first. The old man doesn't turn.
So, before we
I
get
want
down the
to
steps.
test something out.
Well, go
Yeah.
ahead. You go ahead.
Well, no, this has got to be after we go down the steps. So
Okay, sweet. While we go down the steps, I'm gonna say I'm like front because I'm very interested in this. I'm gonna say, actually, I'm gonna turn my head around while we're walking downstairs and say, oh yeah, I'm supposed to give you hope. We can do this. This will be great. We'll do this for Boulder's Gate, okay? Go team. And then I walk down.
When you turn your head, did you turn like 180 like an owl?
No, actually, I
Like the
did.
extra-
I did 180 up. So as
You
like,
you went upside down.
yep.
see. Nice.
Do you need to see a chiropractor, Frank?
I shake my head. No, I'm fine. And I put my head back.
That's a flexible neck. That's a loose neck.
I don't like that statement. Moving past to what Johan does at the bottom of the steps.
Yes.
I was going to say I need to try something out. I want to announce that we're here to defeat Tiamat. Listen for the baby. See if we can hear it all the way out here.
So what do you do?
Announce to the guy that we're here to defeat Tiamat.
The old man doesn't do anything. He just kind of like turns around. And then the otter props up and notices you. And you notice that the otter is dressed in a tiny like red cassock. And the otter mumbles to itself, and then realizes that you all are here, and he says, "Lulu, wake up! Our guests have arrived." And the otter scurries down, and out of the corner of your eye, you see a small elephant with golden fur appear from under a pile of blankets near a table strewn with alchemical equipment. And the elephant takes to the air on feathery wings and lets out a pleasing trumpet sound. And and the old man just gets up, and you see that he has like a tray of tea. And he walks over to you, and the otter runs up and he says, "Welcome to my tower, friends. It appears you've got a journey ahead of you, but we'll get to that after some tea." As the otter extends
what
its
leaves
very
do
tiny
you
paw.
Is it a normal sized like hand to me?
It's a normal sized hand to you, Tatian. But it is tiny to even Malachi. And that is a good place for us to end our journey today.
Cute. Thank you for the cute image to try to counter Shay's just horrific play today.
Oh my god!
I mean, you
Complete and utter nightmare fuel, bro. Oh my
y'all walking
god!
with a demon. That's the only person who'll be okay with it. The only person. So yeah. You're gonna see
Well,
more
everyone.
of the Chosen.
It was a fun time. I am Winston Taylor Lewis. I am your GM. I am a video creator. I am a game designer. And I am your host for this wonderful time, Descent into Avernus D&D Episodicals 4 here on the Rim Alternatives Network. And I'm joined by my lovely friends. Lawrence, introduce yourself.
What up, everybody? I'm Lawrence Calvert, also known as Anansi101 on Twitch. You can follow me on social media on Instagram as Anansi_LC. You can find me on Facebook. It's Lawrence Calvert because I use my real name. I am a political podcaster. I Twitch stream. I am an international street dancer. I do a bunch of stuff. And I play games with my friends on Saturday here. And I get creeped out by one of my best friends, Shay. Because Jesus, man.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Al. I play Johan, Karen from the Barbarian Tribes of the North. Not many people know this, but I don't know anything about it. I do like to play D&D with my friends here on Saturdays, so it's a good time. We do it all week.
Indeed. Derica.
Derica. I don't know why I do this every week. Just kidding, I love these guys. I'm Derica. I play Tatiana for you today. I think the next time I play a campaign, I really gotta find somebody that's not just an anxious little cinnamon roll. That's my goal. But for now, I really love Tati, and I just want to snuggle that elephant that Winston described really badly. So that's where I'm at right now. You could catch me and Chris and the Geek Forge in chat on Tuesday nights for some Shadowrun. I don't know a lot about Shadowrun, but I sure have fun playing it.
Indeed. And Chris, speaking of which.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's me, your boy. My name's Chris. Play Die Lion today, and I play the Father Allerton on Tuesdays with Derica and Jen, or the Geek Forward. It's always a blast playing with these guys. I do have a little bit of whiplash from going back and forth through locations today. Almost rode off on that griffin like 8 times.
And last but not least, my friend Shay.
Hi, I'm Shay. I play Chosen right now. I'm a game designer. I'm designing a game. It's right here. It's all packed up. I make music. I am one of the editors for the podcast that Realm has. There's a new show called Indigo Magic that dropped on Friday. It's with the collaboration of Lucas G Variety Podcast. We just have it like that. And also, me and my friend, who I scare sometimes, has a new Twitch channel. It's called What's Up? It's Us. I was in the chat where, funny enough, it's horror themed. Because like tomorrow, I'm playing. It's called Self Scare Sundays, and I'm playing The Evil Within. So come check it out. 2:00 Eastern Central Time. Eastern Time.
I was like, it literally can't be both.
Can't be both. Yes.
Like literally can't be both.
2:00 Eastern, 1:00 Central. Come see me scream like a little person who's don't like horror but wants to do the horror.
We also may be playing Back for Blood as well.
Oh, yeah.
A lot on that Shadow.
Yeah.
So it is fun. And you should see us scream a lot.
Yeah,
So
Mondays at
you can't really check that
7:30
out.
Eastern Time. We play all together.
Yeah.
All the 4 of us play something horrible.
All right.
Indeed. With that being said, make sure to follow and subscribe to the Master of Rem channel. Check out the Discord. You can become a patron of Rem Alternus for just a couple of bucks each month. You can support the work that we're doing here and creating fun content for you to enjoy and engage with. We're here on Twitch, obviously, all throughout the week. We're on YouTube uploading new videos. We have some fun things in the works, and we also have podcasts that we are working on and that we are producing. So with all of that, follow Rem Alternus, check us out so that you can be made aware of what is going on and so that you too can become a Rem PC, one of the wonderful folks that make up this community. And with that being said, I want to thank all of you for being here. I'm glad that we were able to hopefully bring some joy to your Saturday morning, and I look forward to seeing you again next week, folks. So be good people, stay excellent, and I will see you very soon. Bye.
Bye.
Peace.